I'm Lea Cothron with the Tennessee Commission on Aging and Disability, Tennessee's State Unit on Aging. I'm so excited to be sitting here with Ed Cole. He has 30 plus years of transportation and government experience in Tennessee. Currently, he is on the Senior Ride Nashville Coalition, and he's also a TCAD Commission member. Ed, thanks so much for joining us.
Glad to be here.
We're going to be talking about transportation, something that is an important topic for older adults, adults with disabilities, and really Tennesseans in general. And kind of wanted to talk to you, your perspective from the Tennessee Department on Transportation and also Senior Ride Nashville. By building Tennessee's transportation infrastructure the way we have, how has that limited transportation options for older adults and adults with disabilities?
I think Tennessee's story in transportation is typical of the United States in general. We have really focused on car transportation and truck transportation, one of the best transportation networks in the world, obviously. But that all means that it works for you if you can drive. And if you can't drive, we've had historic, very expensive, but they work, taxis and limousines, and for some public transportation, but those are fixed routes. So if you can't drive and you still want to go places, there's a gap that needs to be filled.
Very good. How is Senior Ride Nashville filling these gaps?
Senior Ride in Nashville is based on the idea of two things. One, there are a lot of seniors that want to be out and about, go to the grocery store, go have lunch with friends, get prescriptions filled. So that's really, the need is there, but they've chosen or can't drive. And the other is volunteerism. We like to help each other. So Senior Ride Nashville is an effort to bring volunteer drivers together to meet the needs of seniors who have trips that they would like to make. So it's based on a system of connecting needs for rides with volunteers, making sure everybody's properly checked out and insurance is good. Once that's all in place, it'll give people the number to call to get where they need to go, no matter how old they are.
So tell us a little bit more about the rides. Are we talking about just medical appointments, or are there other areas that older adults can use this service for?
Senior Ride is built around the idea of any trip that's important to you is a trip we'd like to help you make. Obviously, medical appointments will be the most common and the most important because they're critical. Getting drugs at a drugstore, shopping for Christmas cards at the holiday time, those kinds of things, meeting friends for lunch, but we're not putting any restrictions on where it is you want to go. We assume if it's important to you, it's important for all of us.
Wonderful, wonderful. Starting off in Nashville, Davidson County?
Yes, we'll be starting in Davidson County. We'll be starting in a couple of areas of Davidson County to make sure we do it right, starting in the Bellevue area, expanding into the Madison area, and then go countywide, and we'll begin offering in those pilot areas later this summer.
Wonderful. So tell me, you told me a while ago a story about the Senior Ride Nashville pilot. You were working out some of the bugs, trying to figure out how volunteers and providing rides for older adults, and you provided a test pilot, if you will, for a ride. Tell us about that.
I actually provided a pilot to a pilot. Carl is in his late 80s. He's a retired Navy pilot.
Wow.
And lives out in Bellevue and has retina issues with his eyes.
Okay.
And has to go to the Tennessee Retina Clinic at Centennial. If you know Nashville, that's about a 5 or 6 mile trip. And so I provide that trip for him, for his medical appointments, to have his eyes checked out. And I pick him up at his front door, and I take him down to the clinic, and then I wait, and he comes out the elevator. I'm in the lobby, getting back to the car, and we have a great time. He gets the trip, and I get to learn a lot more about what it was like to be a pilot during the Cold War.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic experience.
And so after the ride was over, I know Carl thanked you and was really happy to ride with you, and he had a great experience. But tell me about the relief and the weight that was lifted off of him at the end of the ride.
Yeah, when he came out of the doctor's office and I was there, he had a white piece of paper in his hand. He was very quiet. We got in the car. I said, "Oh, did you get bad news?" And he said, "No, I've got my next appointment."
Oh, my
and and it was like 3 months from that day. And he said, "That's always a problem about how I'm going to get there." I told him I could make it. I pulled out my iPhone, looked at my calendar, booked it right there on the spot, and his whole demeanor changed.
Wow.
And it was like, "You mean I don't have to worry? You really will be there?" And I said, count me in. I'll be there. And so then the worry and the focus was on his medical visit, which turned out to be a pretty good one. So, but we all understand how important it is to just know we can get where we need to go. And in this case, Senior Ride Nashville gave Carl that sense of satisfaction and relief.
What a wonderful service. We're so excited at the State Unit on Aging to have this in Nashville-Davidson County. If I want to volunteer, who do I call? Where do I go?
Right now, best thing to do is go on the web. We're still getting our 800 number and all of that sort of thing. Just go seniorridenashville.org.
Okay.
That's Senior Ride Nashville, all big one long word, .org, and there'll be contact information, and you can sign up to be a volunteer, or you can let us know to call you when we're getting ready to offer rides because you'd like to use the service.
Ed, thank you so much. We're so excited to have this service. Listeners, if you want to know more about volunteer transportation in the state of Tennessee, feel free to contact us at www.tn.gov/aging. Thanks so much.